all alone. Oh, hot and sexy. What is that? Here's a quarter. I'll put it right on top. There it goes. Game changer. Here we go. Let's break it open.
Hana Hui A Maui. Aloha,
my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, let me be the first to give you a nice big warm aloha and welcome. On this channel, we talk about everything aquatics, whether it be freshwater or saltwater, goldfish and koi ponds, local fish store tours, fish rescues, DIY projects, and product reviews in the hobby. I am super excited for this video, ohana, because we got something super hot and sexy for the Saltwater Aquarium. Yeah, an upgrade. And that upgrade is hot and sexy, let me tell you. But before we do, why don't you do me a favor? If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And next to the subscribe button is a little bell. Click that bell, turn it on. It's just gonna notify you when I upload a new video. And it's absolutely free. And then you'll be cool like everybody else and be a part of my ohana. So let's get into some sexiness in the room, huh?
Come inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home.
Now let's pour a glass of wine, cause now we're all alone. Ohana, you cannot tell me that you guys have never heard that song before. I know you young cats may not know who Color Me Bad is, but us older guys, ooh, that was the jam back in the day, right? Comment down below if you agree. I wanna, there it is. You guys are probably wondering, what is that? This is my ATO reservoir, my auto top-off reservoir. Yeah, you guys might be saying to yourself, well, what do you need a reservoir for? I'll explain it to you. Now, in the shadow there, the reflection, I picked up my ATO system. This is the AQQA Duetto ATO, which stands for auto top off. I'll explain to you guys in detail. I am super excited for this because this right here, my friends, is a game changer. There she is, my beautiful saltwater aquarium. This is my 10-gallon innovative marine nouveau. It is gorgeous. Everybody's doing great in there. I have two little critters in there. I have a yellow watchman goby and his buddy, aka his little roommate, a candy striped pistol shrimp. Awesome. They actually go hand in hand. I'll actually show you guys some footage in a little bit on how they work together. It's so cool, so neat. But back to this sexiness here. We're gonna hook this up. Now this reservoir holds about a little over 3 gallons of water. It is super cool. You guys may be saying to yourself, well, what do you need 3 gallons of water? Now, I'm learning, okay? I'm new to this whole saltwater world. Now, there's a lot of water evaporation when it comes to an aquarium like this, especially with the open top here. You see the top here, guys? It's open. And so a lot of water evaporation. I have to fill, let me show you. The back part of this, I have to fill it up like every 2 days. At least get it up to a nice little height, because what happens with salt water, salt doesn't evaporate, the water does. So your salt salinity, you want it to be consistent, and it can't be consistent when you got water evaporating but the salinity is the same. So you always got to constantly add your RO water, which I add it right here. Now, I kind of do it the old school way, you know? The old school way would be filling up this gallon pitcher with my RO water that I get from Aquarium and Reptile Depot over in Citrus Heights. And I come over here and pour it in this spot. Every 2 days, ohana, every 2 days. And that can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, especially if I'm gone for 3 days. Let's just say I have a basketball tournament I got to coach, you know? So that water will drain down, but with this ATO, which is the automatic top off, it's gonna do it for me. And that's why I have this reservoir here that holds 3.5 gallons. This is gonna do it for me, and I'm gonna show you guys how it does it. It is so cool, so simple to put together. I've been doing a lot of research, so don't even think about, you know, hey, I have to go research that. I did it for you. This right here, game changer. Okay, guys, I got all of this stuff at bulk reef supply. You know the sad news about this, I went to go get some information on this reservoir and it's discontinued. This is advanced acrylics reservoir. I absolutely love this thing. As you can see, I'll put a picture of it right here that I got on bulk reef supply. I actually got this, I want to say almost a year ago, and it was like on sale. I got it during like the Black Friday era. I'm just sad that they got rid of it because this thing is pretty. Look at it. It has a door right here. You can open up, you can fill it up, the reservoir, with a pitcher or one of these, you know, 5-gallon jugs. Look at that. The cool thing about it is you set your pump down in here that's going to pump and refill your aquarium for you. You run the cable right out of here, so it's got a little cable management action. But yeah, I'm super sad because this right here is 3 inches wide. Super slim, super sleek, and super sexy. Slim, sleek, sexy. So, but they do have a bunch others. Go check them out. Bulk Reef Supply. I'll put a link down in the description below of this video, okay? This is the 3-inch. They have a 6-inch and I believe a 9-inch. I think there's like 4 different sizes. This one holds a little bit over 3.5 gallons or maybe 3.25 gallons. There's one that holds 5. There's one that holds 8 and one that holds 11, I believe. But for my little nano aquarium, this is perfect. We're gonna go ahead and put this in its spot. We're gonna break this open and yeah, hook it up. Now my saltwater ohana already know what a burden it is to be constantly filling up your saltwater aquarium with RO water. Now saltwater aquariums, they don't just take, you know, tap water and you put prime in it and you dump it in. They need RO water. That's the part that kind of makes it a little hard, I guess, if you don't have an RO system, or you have to go to your local fish store like I do, and they actually sell RO water. And I buy it by the 5-gallon jugs. I go in there, pick up my RO water, bring it back home, and that's what I constantly use to fill up the aquarium when it evaporates. So RO water, RO stands for reverse osmosis. It makes me sound super smart when I say that. It pretty much gets rid of everything. So you're looking at between 90 and 99% of pure water. It gets rid of everything in the water. So that's what your saltwater fish need to survive, and that's what you replace it with. So I guess you can say I'm learning, so I'm trying to help you guys learn if you guys aren't in the saltwater world. And my whole ultimate goal with this saltwater aquarium was to try to make it a low maintenance saltwater aquarium, to show you guys at home that having a saltwater aquarium isn't that bad. Now I did pay about $120 for the ATO system, which is the Duetto ATO. I'll get into that. And then I think the reservoir was like, I want to say it was about 79 or 80 bucks. It was on sale. So I mean, this stuff can cost a little bit, but it saves you so much time. It makes the job so much easier. And that was the ultimate goal when having this saltwater aquarium, was to have these little upgrades on the saltwater aquarium to make life easy. So here we go. Let's break it open.
All right, all right, all right.
Here it is, the Duetto ATO. Now it's called Duetto because it has 2 sensors, which I'm super excited for. Let's see what's in this box here. This looks like, this is the power supply. We'll set that on the side. Look how tiny this pump is. I'm gonna put something next to it so you can see how small this pump is. Now this pump's overhead power is 8 feet. I'm probably a little over 8 feet. So this bad boy can pump upwards to 8 feet. Just so you guys know, so you have your, you know, reservoir down at the bottom somewhere or under a cabinet, you will have enough. Wow, I can't believe this little pump pumps that high. There's also a siphon breaker in here, so make sure that you install this correctly, and make sure you just install it just to be safe, because you don't want this to cause an overflow. This is the main controller here, along with the sensor. I'm kind of curious. Take this off. It is ran by a magnet, which is super cool. So I'm just curious on how strong this magnet is. Oh yeah, that's a powerful magnet. Oh gosh, look at 2-finger space there. A really powerful magnet, and it's coated too, so it's almost like, it feels like rubber kind of, so that's cool. But yeah, these are the 2 sensors, one here and one here. Yeah, this is cool. A little controller. I like this thing. Oh, okay, it comes with a little case. Oh, there you go, that's how it goes. So this little thing comes off the case here, and then you can mount this. I'll probably use Velcro. I'm not a big mounter. I like used Velcro, that way I can move it around if I need to. But I like the little case, that's kind of cool. And then it comes with the hose. This comes with about 8 feet of hose. Can't forget this. This is the hose clamp. This is going to hold the hose in place while you have it on the aquarium. This pump is going to go in our reservoir, and this is what's going to pump the water into our aquarium. So let's go ahead and hook this bad boy up. I wanted to show you guys how small this pump is. This is a 1/4, and I'm setting it right next to this pump, which has some suctions. So it's going to suction to the bottom of this reservoir, and I just wanted to show you the size comparison. Here's a 1/4 I'll put it right on top of it. Look at this little thing. Now this little thing here pumps about 74 gallons per hour. So it's nothing that's really gonna move water, but it's just strictly to pump the water into your aquarium. So you would have this pump either in your sump, reservoir, you know, somewhere where you're gonna have your RO water, or maybe you can drop the pump in your 5-gallon jug if you just want to use your jug. But because I have this beautiful, sexy, sleek reservoir, we're going to use this instead. So let's go ahead and pop this down in the reservoir. I just wanted to show you the size, next to a quarter. We actually went ahead and put on the hose onto the little pump. This pump is so cute, huh? And we're going to set it inside the reservoir. So let's go ahead and do that. I just wanted to let you guys know that I would probably cut a little piece off, because the way it comes from the manufacturer, it's not a very good cut at the end here, and it's really crooked. So I just took a really sharp scissors and made a nice, clean, fresh cut. That way it just fits really nice and snug around the pump. So we're going to go ahead and stick this down in the bottom of the reservoir, and then we're going to put on the siphon breaker. As you can see, we have the little pump down in the bottom of the reservoir. As you see me zoom out, you can see how far deep down it is inside there, which is super cool. We're going to go ahead and close this lid here. We have our cable management, hose management comes right out of that hose there, which I like. I think it's pretty cool. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the siphon breaker, we're going to give this a little slack. We're going to put it right about here, but we want it also to be inside this reservoir. Okay, you don't want the siphon breaker outside of the reservoir, because it will leak a little water. You don't want that to be leaking outside. So we're going to install it right about here, and we're going to put it down inside the reservoir so it could leak in your reservoir, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, don't put the siphon breaker, which is right here, don't put the siphon breaker on the outside where it's going to be here. You want it to where it's inside your sump or your reservoir or your aquarium. And the really cool thing about this siphon breaker is it gives you an arrow. You can see the arrow. Let me see if I can zoom in on it right there. You see that arrow right there? Yep, that is the arrow that's pointing out the water flow. The water flow pumps out, so you want that arrow facing out of the reservoir or the aquarium or your sump. We have the siphon breaker on. You can see the arrow clearly, and then we're just going to go ahead and just kind of tuck this down inside the ATO reservoir like that. Okay, we don't want it to leak outside, we want it to leak inside, so we're just going to go ahead and leave it like that. And we have the rest of the hose that we're going to run up to the aquarium. So let's go ahead and put this into place and go to the next stage. This piece here is going to hold our hose into place. We are going to stick it right here, and we're going to make the adjustment here to make it nice and snug up against the glass. And as you can see, this container here, which is the last little section before it actually goes into the aquarium, has everything in here. So this has my pump, this has my heater, and as you can see right next to it right there is the skimmer, and then this is the outflow, which comes out through right here. So as you can see, the water level is super low. That's why I need this. So instead of filling it up, I'm going to actually do it on camera so you can see it work. So we're going to go ahead and attach this bad boy right here. We just screw it in, make it nice and snug. Don't over tighten it, all right? It's just plastic. So we're going to make sure this is nice and snug, and then we're going to actually put our hose in there. Here is our hose. As you can see, the hose runs down into our reservoir down there, and we are going to run it up over here, and we are going to stick it right in this hose holder, which is going to hold our hose into place. Voila, just like so. Now you definitely don't want the water level to hit the hose, okay? So you always want a little gap between the hose and your water level, because if this hose is underwater, it could cause a siphon, which the water will run through and then drop down into your reservoir, maybe overflowing it. But like I said, we do have our siphon stopper, so we don't have to worry about that. I love this hose holder. It's really holding it secure in place. Look at that. I like it. So we're going to go ahead. As you can see, I have a lot of slack here, but I didn't want to cut the hose because I wasn't sure where I was going to place this, and I may use it in the future, and I may need this hose. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm sure you can buy others or more hose, but I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like that for the video's sake. And let's go ahead and put the sensor on. There you go. Make sure you have the wire at the top, okay? That sensor is right where I want it. As you can see, the water level is super low. I did this on purpose for the video's sake, so we can watch this ATO automatic top off do its job. As you can see, the backside, the magnet is right there. Now this magnet, so you know, can go up to a 1/2 inch of glass or acrylic, just so you know. 1/2 inch, that's pretty thick. That's how powerful that magnet is. So there's a couple specs for you guys. I got the ATO brain. I have it velcroed right here to this little side of the stand here. All we have to do is plug in the power in one and the sensor in the other and plug it in. There it is. We have our plugs plugged in, and we're gonna set it back down in the holder here. Bingo bango, make it nice and neat. Now, just an FYI, you cannot mess these up, okay? Just so you know, there are 2 different sizes of plugs, okay? One's a little bit bigger than the other. You can kind of see it there, just so you know, okay? So, super easy. Really, actually, you know what? Really easy to put this together. Now, we're gonna go ahead and set it here, back in its little holder, and we're gonna plug it in and watch this bad boy go to work. I'm excited, guys. Here we go. You ready? You ready for some automatic top off action? Let's go. There it goes. Oh, Hana, it is on. It is working. Oh, did you see it? It just turned off. OMGZ. That was awesome. And look where it topped off. Look, there it goes. It's topping it off a little bit more. Oh, that is awesome. You can see the water's at its sensor right there. I have it set perfect. That is the perfect height where I want it. Oh, that was awesome. And look how nice and quiet it is. And every time that water evaporates and drops down, the ATO, look, it'll kick in. It's adjusting right now. Oh, that is so freaking cool. Look at the sensor right there. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, just so we can watch it work? I'm gonna raise the sensor a little bit higher, and we're gonna watch this bad boy. You can see it kind of moving up a little bit. There it goes. The ATO will kick in, and then it stops once it hits the desired point on the sensor there. Oh, this is so awesome. Look at it. It'll top off and then shut off. Oh, I can actually come up higher if I want, but I'm gonna leave it right there. That's fine for now. Maybe I'll adjust it later. I'll mess with the cords and make it nice and neat. Look at it. Look at it, it's working. Oh, I trip out on that. This will let out a beeping noise. It'll beep, it'll turn orange, it'll let me know, hey, you're low in water in your reservoir. Or if you have, you know, a bucket or whatever you have your water in. So that is super cool. That's another cool little feature that this ATO has. I'm gonna fill this up with water because I have my jugs of water. Here's another thing of RO water. There's another thing of, that's actual salt water there. And then as I open up the closet, we got 2 more jugs of salt water. So, yep, your boy's got his backup upon backup upon backup, so we're good to go. Now, inside the manual, it will tell you all the different lights and beeps and all that stuff. I just kind of gave you guys the easy version, but there are a lot more. Here is my reservoir, which looks beautiful, sexy, sleek. Look at it, huh? Don't mind all the wires though, okay? But that looks super sleek. I will manage those wires later. That's like the last on my list. But yeah, this ATO system is sick, man. If I do leave for like, I don't know, 2-3 days, I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I gotta refill it manually, you know? My ATO will take care of it. I will give you guys some updates, you know, maybe in a month or so, I'll let you guys know how this thing is running. But I read all the reviews and I checked out all the specs. This thing here, game changer, especially for nano tanks. This thing is a game changer. Now, speaking of game changer and nano tanks, let's check out my little critters in here, huh? My yellow Watchman goby. I have some footage of me feeding him and his roommate, the pistol shrimp. I think it's candy stripe pistol shrimp. So let me run some footage. I know you guys are eager to see these guys, so let's go ahead and do it. Oh, Hana, I absolutely love these two, as they are like 2 peas in a pod. As you can see, my yellow Watchman goby is eating. I have these little, like, they're like sinking pellets. It takes a second for them to sink, but they're floating at the top. And then you have my pistol shrimp in there. It's constantly working. But every time I see the goby eat, the shrimp comes up to him. So I don't know if he's picking up scraps from maybe his gills. It's so funny. He's constantly digging, as you can see. He's the one who creates the home for him and the yellow Watchman goby by pistol shrimp. He is the worker bee. You can see my goby is just constantly eating. But don't like think the candy striped pistol shrimp isn't eating. He does grab a pellet or two. If not, I think he's picking up the scraps from the yellow watchman goby, but they are like best friends. You can see he's constantly digging. Here's another one. Ooh, right there. He just took a bite out of that one there, and he'll go back to his little home there. So that little home there was made and built by the pistol shrimp, who's like right by his side. I think he's eating scraps coming from the gills of the yellow watchman goby. Isn't Mother Nature a trip? Those two are like inseparable. They're roommates, literally, you know? What's so funny is I watched the shrimp dig a hole for him and the goby to stay in, which is super cool. They have their own little house. Actually, they have a couple houses in here. But I can't wait to add some more critters to this aquarium, guys. Stay tuned. We are going to add it. I hope you guys enjoyed this ATO Duetto. I highly recommend it, although I just started using it. But I read so many reviews on this bad boy that I'm super confident on the way it's going to work. We'll do like maybe a 1 month update, let you guys know how this ATO is working, but no more pictures of water, no more filling this up like every other day, you know, out of sight, out of mind. All I have to listen for are the beeps. It's going to let me know when my reservoir is low in water, fill it up, bingo bango, and I don't have to unplug it to reset it. All you do is press a button in the middle, it'll automatically reset itself. Game changer, Ohana. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next video, Ohana. Much love and aloha.
Hana